The movie is set in 1862, and it revolves around Elizabeth Lib Wright. She is an English nurse who is sent to a tiny Irish village to observe an 11-year-old girl named Anna O'Donnell. Anna's family has made an unbelievable claim that she has not consumed any food since the last 4 months. Yet, she is perfectly healthy and fine. Given the cost of my recent grocery bills, I too would love to know how Anna does it. In the first scene, Lib arrives in Ireland and makes her way into a lodge where she will stay for the entirety of her visit. The next day, she is taken to a place where the village committee is waiting for her. Lib learns that she will be assisted in her endeavor by a religious nun named Sister Michael. The committee consists of a medical practitioner, a priest, and some other important people of the town. The meeting starts, and Lib and Sister Michael are instructed to keep watch on the girl Anna with the help of routine 8-hour shifts for 2 weeks. On the 14th day, they are to report their findings to the committee members, which will finally reveal if Anna has supernatural abilities. Before ending the meeting, the committee also warns Lib and Sister Michael to not confer with each other about the case. Afterwards, Lib travels to the O'Donnell residence with the medical practitioner Dr. McBrearty, which lies on the outskirts of the village. There, Lib meets the extremely religious family of Anna, which consists of her parents and older sister Kitty. It turns out the little girl receives visitors from all parts of the country who are keen to witness her miracle. After the visitors leave, Lib goes upstairs and finds Anna in a healthy state. But strangely, the little girl keeps on praying after every hour, as if she is asking for something. When asked about her secret, Anna claims that she consumes manna from heaven to remain alive. According to the Bible, manna is an edible substance which God apparently used to distribute. Later, at dinner, Lib notices a family photograph which also includes a young man. On inquiring, she learns that he was Lib's elder brother, who passed away a few years ago due to a mysterious illness. The same night, before going to bed, Lib is seen taking some kind of liquid hallucinogen, which she keeps in a small pocket along with some baby boots. After taking the supposed drug, she pricks her finger, draws blood from it, and then licks it. She does this every night before sleeping, in order to cope with her stress and past traumas which are not specified, but probably have to do with being some sort of vampire hippie. The next day, Lib takes Anna out into the fields for a walk before examining her room to check if there are any places which can be used to hide food. However, she doesn't find anything suspicious. While leaving, Lib expresses her concern to Dr. McBrearty about the large number of visitors that Anna gets. She asserts that for a serious study, Anna needs some quiet and isolation, to which the doctor agrees. The following morning, while having breakfast, Lib meets a guy named William Byrne, a local man who now works as a journalist for the Daily Telegram in London. William mentions that he's been sent by the company to interview the miracle girl, Anna. However, Lib informs him that Anna is not taking visitors from now on, as per the doctor's request. Later, at the O'Donnell household, Lib chats with Anna's sister Kitty and learns that the last thing Anna had eaten was wheat and bread. It turns out that it was on her 11th birthday. That night, as Lib is keeping watch over the little girl, she fiddles around with one of her toys and accidentally breaks it. Surprisingly, she finds a lock of hair inside, which is revealed to be of Anna's late brother. The next morning, Lib apologizes for breaking the toy and proceeds to strike up a friendly conversation with the hopes of establishing a friendship with the young girl. She does so by giving her a pet name, Nan, before introducing her own name. In the afternoon, Lib helps Anna dress up and takes her out for a walk. The latter slowly becomes accustomed to her new friend and starts opening up. From their conversation, we get to know Lib had served in the Crimean War. She saw many soldiers suffer and die, and this is why she experiences bouts of depression at times. However, despite this, Lib says that she feels very privileged to be with people even when they die. On the way back home, Anna stumbles upon William, who is still in town due to his boss's daily demand for information regarding the miracle child.
Here's a headline, Willy boy. Shove it up your ass.
He presses Lib for information, and the latter finally reveals that nothing but water has passed through Anna's lips in the past few days. However, William doesn't believe it and calls the whole thing a hoax. As the days pass, Lib notices something strange. Every night before bed, Anna's family prays with her, and the mother even kisses her mouth as part of the ritual. Suspecting that it has something to do with the whole case, one day, Lib banishes the family from getting in contact with Anna. She lies that it is a requirement requirement of the watch, as per Dr. McBrearty's orders. The family becomes very distressed because of the new rule. Surprisingly, the very next day, Anna's health begins to decline, possibly because of the lack of nutrition in her body. Lib informs the journalist William about it, and the two decide to wait until something conclusive comes up. The same day, as Lib carries out her regular inspection and checkup of Anna, she finds out that the little girl's teeth are decaying and that one has already fallen out. On her way back home, Lib meets Anna's sister Kitty, and the two strike up a conversation. Kitty reveals that she and William were once close friends before he was sent to school in England. He studied for years and returned, but by that time, his entire family had perished due to the Great Famine. Hearing this, a shocked Lib returns to the lodge and tries to comfort William. One thing leads to another, and the two end up having coitus. I wonder if they also drank each other's blood. The next morning, as the two talk about their past, Lib reveals that she had previously given birth. However, just after 2 weeks, the baby died, and her husband disappeared soon after. This is the main reason she decided to leave for the Crimea War. Later in the afternoon, Lib takes Anna out for a walk and introduces him to William. The little girl is skeptical about the meeting, but William eventually wins her trust by giving her a thaumatrope toy. Unfortunately, that evening, Anna's well-being gets even worse, so Lib requests her parents give her something to eat. However, they refuse to do so, claiming that Anna had previously sworn to never eat again. Left with no choice, Lib heads over to Dr. McBrearty's office and explains the situation to him. She requests that he convince the committee to stop the watch, but Dr. McBrearty refuses. He claims that Anna is converting sunlight into energy, and so they have nothing to worry about. Before the meeting ends, he orders Lib to do her job, which is only to keep watch and not to diagnose Anna anymore. One day, during her shift, Lib is unable to see Anna suffer and becomes desperate to save her. As a result, she goes downstairs and asks for a bowl of soup for herself. Lib then proceeds to force feed Anna by shoving a tube down her throat. However, when the little girl continues to cry and revolt, she realizes her mistake and withdraws the tube. At this point, Anna has started having difficulties in breathing, so Lib comforts her and profusely apologizes. A few hours later, William and Lib take Anna out for a walk, hoping that the fresh air can cure her ailment. As they wander around the beautiful landscape, William informs Lib that he has already submitted his report, titled Murder by Degrees, in which he blames Anna's expected death on her own family and on the community. He then proceeds to explain the contents, but just then, Anna has trouble breathing and faints on the spot. Panicked, Lib quickly carries her back to the house, while William retreats home as he cannot be seen with Anna, as per the committee rules for the watch. After further inspection, Lib finds out that Anna's lungs have collapsed, which has resulted in her constant coughing. Without proper medical intervention, she is not going to last, even for a week. The next morning, as a distraught Lib is having breakfast in her lodge, she goes into a deep state of thought and finally deduces O'Donnell's tricks. Wasting no time, she then makes her way to the house and confronts Anna. Lib has found out that the manna from heaven, which Anna refers to, is actually chewed up food that her mom feeds her while they kiss during their daily prayers. This means that the little girl has been eating all along, but she is oblivious to it because of the constant brainwash she experiences day in and day out. Anna believes that the chewed up food is actually a gift from God.
I thought the kisses just tasted like food.
However, when Lib informs her about the truth, Anna finally realizes that she has been duped. She then goes on to disclose the reasons for her fasting. It's revealed that her late brother had often mistreated her in the past. Their parents knew about this, but didn't do anything to intervene. Instead, after the evil brother passed away from a mysterious illness, they blamed his death on Anna. Now they are forcing her to pray every day, so that the evil brother can escape hell and go to heaven. They know that Anna will die due to starvation and malnutrition, but they don't care. Hearing all this, a shell-shocked Lib decides to relay all this information to the village committee. In the next scene, she calls a meeting of the council and informs them of her findings. However, to her dismay, none of them believe her. Even her partner, Sister Michael, denies seeing anything suspicious. Later, Anna and her parents are also called for a proper questioning. But, as expected, the cunning parents deny feeding Anna anything other than manna from heaven. This results in the continuation of the watch, and Anna's health keeps on deteriorating. One day, she vomits and struggles to stay upright. A devastated Lib tries to convince Anna's mother to feed the little girl and take her to a doctor, but to no avail. Why doesn't Anna just sneak in some goddamn Oreos or something? Left with no choice, Lib devises a plan to free Anna and help her escape from the wretched house. She plots the whole thing with her new lover William, as he too is worried for Anna. The scene then cuts to the next day, where Lib is preparing to take Anna from her home. After a while, the entire family goes outside to attend a mass, and taking this as the perfect opportunity, Lib puts her plan into motion. Since she knows that the little girl will not agree to eat food or seek treatment from a doctor, Lib starts talking to her in a religious manner. She tells her to believe that Anna will die, and a new girl named Nan will take her place and live on to be her. Anna, who is on the verge of death, smiles and agrees. With this approval, Lib carries her on her back to a nearby well and tells her that Anna is now free to go to heaven and meet God. The little girl smiles one last time and closes her eyes. Shortly after, she wakes up, reborn as Nan. She seems to have changed her personality as well, and is more helpful and happy than before. "Where's that poutine at?" she says. Moreover, when Lib gives her some food, she eats it without any hesitation. This indicates that the little girl is now ready to move on from her old religious life. After Anna is out of danger, Lib leaves her there and heads to the O'Donnell residence. She then confidently begins pouring kerosene all over Anna's room before setting it on fire. However, in the process, she accidentally injures her hands. In no time, the entire house is set alight, and Lib falls unconscious as soon as she gets out. Following the incident, we see Lib in front of the committee members with severely burnt arms and a rough face. She hands them her report diary, which she has modified to fake Anna's death. When one of the members asks what's happened, Lib replies that she went inside the little girl's room and saw her dead, and in a state of shock, she knocked over a burning lamp, which ultimately set the O'Donnell household on fire. Unfortunately, none of the committee members are convinced with her story and decide that she will remain in the village until further notice. They also decide to not pay her, as she was unsuccessful in solving the mystery after all. A few days pass by, and Lib is finally released from her obligations and is free to travel back to London. Before leaving, Sister Michael undresses her wounds and treats her one last time. She tells Lib that she had left the mass early that day, and she saw what she believed was a vision of Anna with an angel riding a horse. In reality, she saw the little girl being taken away by the journalist, William. Sister Michael then asks Lib to promise her that Anna has gone to a better place. Lib promises, and the scene cuts to her returning back to London. Where's that horse William at? There, she follows a piece of paper with an address, presumably given to her by William. Shortly after, she reaches the place, but doesn't find anyone nearby. Suddenly, she hears a knock from a window, and to her surprise, she sees Anna, all healthy and well. She also reunites with William, and the three take a family photo. In the final scene, they board a ship to Sydney, and all three of them change their names to make sure that their past lives don't come back to haunt them. The movie ends with Lib and William happily looking at Anna, stuffing her little cheeks. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.